Hey, it's Bragg here again with Team Cowboy for Game. I'm here with Lochlan.
Lochlan.
And we're
That's
here to
me.
do the top five decks of 2019. At number 5, we have a tie between True Draco and Grand Manju.
Yep. I believe I was the one who voted for Grand Manju.
Yeah, and some other rando voted for True Draco.
I think one of these decks is deserves this title a bit more than the other.
One of these decks is one of YCS.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Has True Draco ever won a YCS?
Yeah, surely.
Won several.
Oh.
And it's topped in multiple.
True Draco definitely are doing more things. The Sky Striker variant
Sky Striker
is...
True Draco is very strong.
Yeah. They're getting along. And then in the Grand Manju, Gizmek definitely gave this deck more to do.
Yep. Check the our other top 5 vid to see if that made our top 5 cards of 2019.
Yeah. Otherwise, and then every other banishing card it's just a free 10,000 attack monster.
Yeah.
And it's very stally, very disruptive. It doesn't play in ways that gets impeded. Oh, it is bricks. Grand Manju's definitely been around for a while, but they just keep getting more and more tools to use. And
the deck, it's called Grand Manju, but it's more of it's more a Gizmek deck at this point. It's like Gizmek Danger. Or Orochi, is that what it's called?
Orochi. At number 4, we have Thunder Dragons.
Seems pretty low down the list.
And I'm pretty sure they're on our list from last year. I didn't really agree with it being on there last year because they hadn't really done much. And here we are a year later and they still really haven't done much. They're definitely around.
Here's why. It's because there aren't a lot of decks going around right now.
And obviously this is factoring
Except number 1, which is a massive surprise and you need to watch all the way.
They're definitely... these lists do encompass all of this year. And Thunder Dragons were definitely a powerhouse at the start of this year. You had Collapse Serpent and Weavebuster. And then you had the other thing that they did... Danger Thunders as well.
Yeah, Danger Thunders.
Was that went off for a bit. But they never really felt...
I think at Nationals time, Danger was the best. Danger Thunder was the best deck.
Yeah. But then...
with Guard Dragon as well.
But all up in the year, I do think that this... At number 4 makes sense.
Yeah. I'll take it at number 4.
At number 3, we have Salmon Great.
I would put... On my personal list, I'd put this below Thunder Dragon.
I mean, I put it above.
As it is right now.
And I put it... Actually, I don't think I'd put it above the next 2 coming up. I do think it does deserve a place. Its representation in tournaments might be because, the deck is so easy to get. Yeah. And they're relatively easy to play.
Yeah.
So just base power is strong and, you can just shove every hand trap in there and you've got a deck. Otherwise, I do think 3 is a good spot for this.
I'm happy with it being a 3.
They've been nerfed a whole bunch while still getting a few tools like with Sonnet mining and stuff. And they're still topping despite being down a couple of cards. So it's like when the Cross was limping along.
Yeah. I don't. Salad's not going to win a YCS anytime soon. However, I still think we'll see 1 or 2 tops.
Yeah.
Every YCS. Bragg.
Yes.
I know we're going through this list.
Yeah.
I'm starting to notice a problem.
What?
I don't think Dynamis is better than Salad. And it's not been said yet.
There's no Dynamist. You didn't even vote for Dynamist. At number 2, we have...
Dynamist! No, sorry. Dynamist can't come second.
Well, Dynamist had Rust. Is Dynamist the reason why Rusty Blades was banned in February?
Yes. Didn't run it. Not at all.
You ran it, didn't you?
Dynamist.
Or you just playing...
Oh, wait, I did, didn't I?
And at number 2, we have Sky Striker.
Ooh.
Again. It was definitely on our list for last year, and here it is, a year later, hasn't been properly hit.
Yeah, considering Sky Striker's second, I think there is only one thing that can come first, but we'll talk about Sky Striker.
So Engage, still powerful as ever, and very good control deck, kind of dictates the format and makes it is kind of keeping it, does keep it interesting. Obviously, it gets a bit floodgatey at times, but...
Towards the end of the year, it has become an engine.
Yeah.
Because of the Widow Anchor hit, it was the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, so engages, and like you can't really call many decks now Sky Striker decks. Oh no, they're still around now. Like there's still definitely, obviously we said Sky Striker True Draco, and then
Yeah.
Sky Striker what's the other
Scraps.
one? I mean,
Salad.
my God.
Big brain. Orcus. That's the word.
Sky Striker Orcust.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny because number one is Orcust.
Oh, Dynamist! It's Dynamist!
So yeah, Orcust wins out the year. Very muted start, and it was very much you just play one of each of the main monsters, and you kind of do a cute thing with the Nightmares of Galatea and stuff. Obviously, ending.
And then
Yeah. Oh no! It turns out no. The rest of the cards are fine, and
they have a non-specific trade-in.
Yeah. They just sat there the whole time. Just not been like very much there was not much hype about that, and this probably is why I do rate this deck highly is not much hype around it to begin with, and then just found its way in the format, which is probably the best way to do things instead of just.
The thing is it's time to go. Was I a good deck? No, fuck off. I'm so sick of this deck. I don't want to verse it anymore. Get rid of it.
Surely
It's been around too long. It's been around too long.
I mean, also Sky Strikers. Engage has to but
Sky Strikers are an engine now. Man, remember at the beginning we were saying stuff about Sky Striker. It was like, oh, we'll be okay with Sky Striker if it just becomes like a toolbox.
Yeah.
With the engages and everything else is at one. What have they done?
Well, I mean, they're still topping just by themselves. So I mean, in the end, this deck. I also mean you can just splash everything in it. It doesn't matter, even without the Hornet bits. It's just they'll find some other extender Orcus. They're great. Anyway, that is our top 6 decks of the year.
5.
Top 5 decks of the year, plus which featured 6 decks.
It was a time for 5th.
And obviously, stay tuned for in a couple of weeks where we'll get into our ban list predictions. Listen to our You Get podcast and
Battle and Boxer deck profile done by Jake.
we'll have a
Not a chance.
We'll have a 2019 wrap up on the podcast, which you'll see both here and on iTunes, Spotify, and wherever
And
your podcasts are
ICS
found.
Sydney wrap up.
Well, no, we'll preview. We're not ditching the channel for that long.
Alrighty, thank you, bro.
If we get 100 views
going
on this, Lochlan will burn his deck.